They say yawning's contagious. I came up here thinking I'd yawn until all you guys passed out and I would take all your money and be a ghost, but you look like a good group of people, so I'm not going to do that to you. Instead, I'm going to tell you some jokes. now you're thinking, God, I wish you'd robbed me instead. So my aunt or niece, or someone in my family is pregnant. Someone in my family is pregnant, and you know, my mom did that thing where it's like, oh, I can totally tell you're glowing with baby, and I was just like, I'm no scientist. But I watch a lot of science movies, and usually when someone's glowing, that's a bad thing. That's when you take them to the hospital before the Galaxy Destroyer bursts through her urethra and... Oh, I love you, Mommy. That'd be a bad kid. I'd have to hang out with him, too, or it. And speaking of babies, you guys see that trailer for that movie, Babies? Babies? What the hell is that shit? I'm sorry, but they're gonna try and get me in a theater to watch like 4 babies just goofing around for like I don't know, maybe 3 hours, going like looking at like, I don't know, like leaves, and like licking things. That's exciting. That's cinema. I want a movie about, you know, real people, real breathing elderly people. That's what I want. That's the movie I want, because I want to see, you know, the struggle of Morris getting his pudding down. You know, I want to hear that story. That's the story I'm interested in. Babies. Wish people wiped my ass. So, it's hard for me to talk to people or remember things, remember what people said. I'm kind of absent-minded. And, you know, one thing that's made it easier for me is, you know, like whenever I get into a conversation with someone, I pretend that right after they get into a horrible car accident or some kind of, you know, freak plane crash, and I have some final words to remember them by. So when I see them, I can be like, Jeff, I remember you. Your last words to me were, go fuck yourself. I thought you'd never come out of the coma. I'm so happy to see you. We'd embrace. So this comedy thing is dead, man. You know, I'm not gonna make it doing this. I know that. I'm a realist, you know. What I need to do is get out there and get rapping, you know. And I've got some hot shit, you know. I got some hot, smoky lyrics. And everybody puts it over these beats with like hand claps and like, I'm not gonna do that. That's not me. I'm gonna go classical. I'm gonna go real classical. This is a track. It's more of that, essentially. It's like a 4-minute song, but I don't want to. You have to buy the record. You want the full thing. So a couple weeks ago, the Vatican decided, you know, to to forgive the Beatles for saying that they were bigger than Jesus, you know? And I was like, oh man, how awkward must it have been for John and George up there in heaven all these years, you know, just like, God, we're really sorry about those things we said about your son. Don't you talk about him! You don't know dick about Jesus, alright? He died for your sins, and you go up there with your mop tops and your Fender Strats and say you're bigger? Dad, stop it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I love your music. Jesus is cool about it. Jesus got over that shit fast. So, I need to have more. Wait, how am I doing on time? 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Oh, I have to make this one good now. Forget what I was saying about that thing about women. So, I was reading this article, you know, and it's about like, I do this thing where I peek and this is peak. I peek and I go like this, and I was like, you know, I need a system to get my optimism up, you know. And I was like, I saw this site that was like 10 reasons to live, and they weren't my reasons, you know. They were like puppies and rainbows, and I was just like, no, that's not me. So I decided to make my own 10 reasons to live, and I'd like to share that with you guys now. 1. Karaoke. 2. Tennis. 3. Music. Where would I be without music? 4. SNL. It's my thing. Not everybody needs to agree, but it's there. 5. Ice cream. Totally ice cream. I'd honestly bump that up to number 1 if it weren't for SNL, which is 4. So, 6. Oh man, this is the part where I get depressed because I don't know. I don't have many things to live for.
Beer.
LaRoche.